Yeah, we're back. It's MiKeith time. Mo is he's hurt. He's hurting right now. So I got a special guest, fresh off of work. Fresh off of work. Mike Hallinan is here.
Nice to be here.
He's back. Where do you want here to be this week?
Where want here to be?
Yeah, where do you want here to be? Like,
well, it's Christmas themed,
what's behind, you want some Christmas?
Maybe Halloween.
You want Halloween?
Throw things up.
We already had a whole
maybe
Halloween
a giant
month.
Pumpkin just looking over at us.
Yeah, that would be. I can put a pumpkin up there.
Have you ever had a giant?
Maybe
pumpkin?
I can do a. It'll be a Christmas tree with some pumpkins in it.
All right, that's not a bad idea.
I can make that happen.
There's probably a lot of free ones on.
I'll just
images.
Just come up with it.
That are you like when you steal an image, because that's what you do. When you steal an image for your background, do you have to like find the person who created it?
Hell no.
You just take it.
I just take it like
Is
it's
it because
my own.
you know they're not going to ever see it?
That's it.
That's the best part when you're
nobody.
You're nobody. You can steal a bunch.
You can steal ideas and steal backgrounds.
Yeah, and no one knows. No one will ever know. But what's sadder is that anybody who, like, if you're the person, like, that's my image, it's like, no.
Dude, I drew that picture of hell. I can't believe that that guy is using it in his basement.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm gonna steal. Actually, you know what? I can do. We can make it with AI.
Well, that's another thing. I mean, it's getting to that point where
I'll just steal. I'll use AI to steal it.
Yeah.
So then we don't have to feel bad.
What is it? Chatbot? What is it? AI?
That's for chatting. I think there's like a Mid-Journey is another one that people use for
AI Renaissance. You can have fucking Michelangelo.
And I'll put a
Michelangelo,
a guy with good hair.
What was your favorite Michelangelo? What was your favorite turtle?
My favorite turtle? Oh, the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
I think Leonardo was everybody's.
Yeah.
I think everybody was Leo.
I had to be Mike.
Oh, just
Michelangelo, the name. When you're younger, when you're younger, you go with the closest to your name, and mine, Michelangelo. And then when you're older, when you're in your almost 40s, you go with
your taste.
Yeah, your taste will change.
Your turtle taste changes.
I mean, when's the last time someone you had to think you went with Leo, but now being younger, you were Leo. But what would you be now? Would you still be Leo? Are you a Leo?
You know what? I would be I'd be Raphael, the red one.
Red one was the badass one.
I'd be him. I've changed to the I think because I get the little swords. You know.
Oh, the one no one knew because everybody knows the bow staff, Donnie.
Yeah, you can sneak those around. Like if you had to like sneak, for self-defense purposes, like you can sneak them in.
Yeah.
And like no one necessarily can see it. They're not threatened, but at any given moment, you can just like, break out of your shell and just start attacking people.
It's good.
I
like the puns you get to
attacking the bad guys.
Since it's pre-edited, you get to throw in like cool jokes.
Oh, don't worry, there's no editing.
There's gonna be a bunch. Oh, this is just straight through.
This is just straight. We don't edit anything.
Oh, no. I like the.
I'll just anytime you say a racial slur.
I like the transparency for this because I didn't know what to expect.
Oh no, all your racial slurs will be left in.
I'm keeping them all. I mean, on the way here, I was like, I wonder how many I can get away with.
You're like, let me practice. I got to make a list of all the ones.
My name's Keith, and well, it's funny because you do the MiKeith time.
It's gonna be the MiKeith time.
Well, that was the thing. I was like, what would you? Because MiKeith is kind of a combo of your names, but if we did ours, it'd be bad.
MiKeith.
Well, time.
Yeah, no, probably not gonna be that one. That's probably a bad one.
That would be bad. I was like, yeah, you can't do it, and I was saying it casually. I was like. So I wanted to make a joke about that, and I was like, "Oh, I can't do that. I can't do Keith Mike."
Yeah, Keith Mike time.
Like, even if you say like
MiKeith time, MiKeith time.
You can't do MiKeith. MiKeith. I guess that actually the less racist.
We can actually jam our names together. I will. It'll be MiKeith time.
MiKeith, right?
MiKeith.
Oh wow. Shit.
We're basically
bye Mo. Peace.
Hey, peace Mo.
Peace Mo. Rest in power.
He's resting in power right now, trying to rest up from whatever sickness he got from just partying.
We had 60 something going on. We had 60% call out today. The staff.
Yeah, no, there's something gnarly in the air.
No, it was laziness. That's the gnarliness. It was just I don't want to work on a Sunday.
Really? Everyone's been sick.
Nah.
Everyone's been sick at my work.
Really?
My kid's been sick. Amy was sick last week. Yeah, it's all everyone's got
I was
illnesses.
sick too. It was chill.
Yeah, you just get
I woke up sick.
You pull your pants up and you're good.
Have you ever woke up into a cold? I think I brought this up.
2 nights ago, I thought I was getting something, but no, it's just dry.
Oh.
I got lucky.
I did not. I mean, it was fine. I guess since I had COVID like 3 times or whatever, a regular cold's nothing now.
Yeah, you're like a hero now.
Yeah. Well, are you?
Yeah, but so you work at a hotel.
Yeah.
And
it's dope.
It's pretty dope. When you first decided to work at a hotel, did you think that
maybe everything I dreamed of?
Did you know that your dreams were about to come true?
Well, they did. It took 30. When did I start there? 34. And when did I want to become a hotel guy? I was like 9.
Yeah.
So it took a while.
25 years.
25 years. I was like, I want to work at a hotel.
Dreaming of being a hotelman.
Yeah. I thought I made it.
What did you think? Like, what were your hesitancies?
Dealing with peeps.
You didn't want to be
a back of the house guy,
Okay.
When you go from
chef,
cooking, and being cool with your bros, and your sisses,
and then you go,
and then you have to do the exact opposite behavior to paying customers, to their face.
100%.
That was my hesitancy.
Yeah,
I think I don't do comedy as much, but the comic, like, wanting to call people out right away just comes ingrained, right? Or just people just in general. But
yeah,
we have a less of a tolerance, I think, for just absurd behaviors.
Yeah, so mostly just the people. So
you want to be like, are you kidding? Like
generic. You're just kind of like a generic, like, oh my god, like I have to deal with people all the time.
Yeah,
now. That was the hesitancy. But
fear that. Not a rational fear, like oh, there's these people, like, I don't know. You want the smiley person checking in. So my fear was like, I don't think I'm gonna last, but I kill it there.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You like it.
Not much complaints. From either end. I thought I'd be loaded. I honestly thought I was so self-consumed that it would be like, the guy at the front desk, he sucked. He was a piece of shit. And even if I'm nice,
and he was tapping on the
says
desk
a lot about my self-esteem, but that's fine. And didn't seem like he cared. I guess would be fair. Like if they had that one, I'd be like, I guess it's fair. But you did customer service.
Oh yeah, I know. It can be pretty rough.
Everybody's done it.
But like, did you have any idea? Did you have any kind of thing in your head of like what actual things might go down, hard situations?
Oh,
did you have like specific tough situations? You're like, oh my god, what might happen?
Well, at first, I mean, I guess my worry was like, no, I guess not. But when it happened, I remember early on, it's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh, yes, sir. Right away. Like, you're new, you're still green. And then after a while, whether you just become jaded or you realize that, like, you can usually talk to a human and break them down to be like, oh, wow, I am being a little irrational and stupid.
Right.
In a nice way. But did I prepare for someone taking a shit on the floor of the elevator?
Yeah, like, did you, like... So
did I think that was going to happen? No,
yeah, you never. So you thought that just nobody.
I thought I'd stumble upon a dead body before I found someone emptying their bowels onto the elevator floor.
So you just thought that nobody ever would shit in an elevator, and you were proven wrong.
Would you have? I mean, I guess that was silly of me because yeah, of course.
I mean, if anything, I'd be starting once someone unlocks like, oh, someone his shit in the elevator, that kind of unlocks like, oh, what other things could they shit in this building?
Do you
think, are you worried about are there any places that one could shit in the hotel and maybe it could go undiscovered for a while?
Oof, I mean, stairwells are big.
Stairwells.
I mean, it depends. There was a guy sleeping in the stairwell yesterday.
Oh, was he just tired?
He was bored. he said he got dared, and no, he was a little tired. He seemed tired. He was sleeping.
Was he checked in?
No,
he was not.
No,
checked in.
He was a guy who came in from off the street, and I don't know what his situation was, but I did then. He was just taking a snooze. The maintenance guy found him
alive.
He grabbed blankets off the cart, like the housekeeper carts grabbed full set.
Dirty blankets.
What? No. Clean.
Oh, he made sure they were. Oh, good. If you're gonna nap if you're gonna nap in a stairwell,
he must have made it an hour. So I mean, I guess eventually we'll stumble upon you. But
did he poop in the stairwell?
I don't think so.
That's good.
I don't think so.
At least
he walked out so casually. He was doing this when he walked away. He was doing one of these like, I did it. I'm just enjoying the day. Got my free nap. Screw you, And that's whatever. But I didn't. Yeah, I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting it. I was happy because I was getting away from cooking and that, and I was just out of other jobs. So. But it's cool. I mean, stories.
What happens?
Start to realize there's not. It's the saddest thing about customer service. You realize there's only like 8 people in the world, like personalities, maybe 11.
I know.
Isn't that you're crazy? Like, and you fall under it, and then you like, oh, that's me.
You're like, I know this guy.
Yeah,
I know this guy because I am this guy.
Yeah.
So, well, tell me more. Like when somebody shit in the elevator, like, is that something that you get to call housekeeping to deal with, or do you have to deal with that?
Well, normally, I would totally. That would probably be more.
You probably volunteer.
Jump right on it.
You're all hands on shit deck.
Well, you gotta be. I mean, what kind of? That's like woulda, shoulda, coulda. If I didn't, because forewarning, I did take care of it.
Yeah.
Awesome. It was good stuff. But I would have looked back and be like, I could have taken care of it.
Yeah.
You don't want to give some. I feel like that's if there's a power in the universe that they're bestowing that moment on you.
For sure.
Right? Because, for all the spiritual lovers and God believers, like maybe that's your time to shine. And do
you think you grew from the experience?
Oh, yeah.
Did you ask for a raise around that time of that?
It was given pretty much, essentially.
Once you pick up Feek, they're like...
Yeah, and you're by yourself. It was during the pandem. So it was...
Once you pick up a COVID D out of the E...
Yeah.
Usually they're like, all right, you get that raise that you weren't even asking for.
You're getting it. Yeah, it's like a note. They read you.
It's a fecal raise.
They're like, can I get away with getting them a sandwich? Like, or is this
just a pizza party maybe?
Yeah, maybe a pizza.
Or are we just doing
You got to get money for this.
Feek raise happening.
Yeah. And, I mean, it preps you.
Yeah.
But I did not expect that. So I guess
did you have like dreams about it? Did you have PTSD? PTSD?
PTS dump.
PTS dumps.
PTSDO. Post-traumatic stress dump. Disorder. Yeah, the smell was never the same.
It's never the same.
The scent.
It ruined the smell of shit for you.
The smell of shit. I used to not mind it, but when you activate it, have you ever activated shit?
I've never
like because of fresh shit in an elevator, people don't realize like it smells.
Oh, yeah.
But when you activate it, when you gotta
move it around, when you start dislodging the particles.
I took new towels, hotel goers. They ended up in the trash. Took fresh towels. I threw them on
in
top.
The trash.
Fucking. But you don't have a grip with towels. Anybody who listens to this, if you're going to clean up fecal matter off of a slick floor, make sure you have, like I told you, I know.
Wait, this was a no rug situation?
It was an elevator floor.
I didn't know. Well, some have carpeting.
Well, they must have assumed someone was going to shit.
I guess.
I'm so glad it wasn't a carpet. Imagine?
I always pictured a carpet.
That's
I was
cool
picturing carpet.
So you thought it was getting smeared in.
I pictured smear. It was rough.
Yeah. I mean, there was smear, but I'm glad it wasn't a carpet.
No, that's really good.
If it was in the hallway, I guess looking back at it, that was probably the best place for him to take a shit for me.
Whoever designed the elevator definitely had been around the block a few times and was like, we're going to need a hard non-porous surface.
A lot of people dump, man.
Yeah.
And piss. A guy pissed right.
There's no camera in there, right?
In the bathroom?
The elevator converts to a bathroom.
No, there's no camera in the elevator, but the bathroom. No, there's no. There's
360 degree cameras.
Three 360. The 1080 of cool cameras, but I don't know. Yeah, a lot of just people who are just like so chill about dropping trow and pee-peeing. I can't tell you how many guys I've seen just pissing in the wind cash.
That's
you
not
know what
cool.
I mean? Like in the front of the building. And where are you at? Where are you in your mind? You know what I mean? What would it take for you to just not care?
I'd have to probably be like blackout. I mean, I wouldn't have any self-control. I mean, I would imagine that
It's all drug induced.
It'd have to be some kind of like heavy sedatives or alcohol or something, a state of mind which I've fortunately never been in.
So who do you blame at that point? Do you blame the peer or the?
You blame the devil, I think.
You blame the devil, right?
Just blame it on the devil.
I don't know, man, but people pee and poo, and they're just like, I didn't.
So there's just like. At a hotel, just a lot more poo than you really expected. You expected like no poo.
No poo. And for a place that has probably the most amount of toilets than any other establishment.
A lot of toilets
so many toilets.
In a hotel.
We are 100 rooms, plus the guest bathroom, 101. 100. We could put a Dalmatian and each have a fucking toilet for them.
Every Dalmatian, 101.
One toilet for every Dalmatian.
And they're definitely
101 toilets.
Spotted.
Yeah. They all work for the most part, but apparently they're like 101 not enough. I'm going to make 102 for the elevator.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a good spot. I frankly think get rid of the elevator.
Make them walk.
Make them walk.
Yeah. And so you got so you dealt with the feek, and that's rough.
Yeah.
And your boss,
he's chill about it. I mean, he gave me the credit, give me a pound.
Yeah. And
a pound and like money.
The one thing they gave you a bone,
like a pound
of money.
Yeah, what is that, like old English terms? A pound.
Yeah,
where's a pound?
It's England.
Sixpence. England.
Regular England terms.
Regular Inglo.
And so once you had the feek experience, you felt probably like you were a bit of a hardened employee, and you were.
Hardened through softened.
Yeah. Were you thinking that maybe you would you'd be more prepared for something crazier happening, like a worse thing?
Death. I thought death, like.
How long before someone died on your watch?
Me there?
Well, yeah, when they, you were there when they found out.
Well, it was the one time coworker found it technically when I had to come in. Because he was getting bogged down. It was during a blizzard. Yeah. And someone paced.
They paced out.
In room 212, rest pace. I don't know who they were. But
they
were somebody.
And
they died natch. It was a natch. And, even it's naturally dying in a fucking queen bedroom hotel next to an elevator where a guy shit in like 2 months prior to. Ugh.
That's a rough end.
And that's not the worst, but that's a tough one.
It's a rough ride down.
Unless they wanted it. They seem peaceful, apparently, according to my coworker. Got to walk in on that. Doing departures.
They died pacefully.
There it is.
Doing departures.
He was doing departures. He was checking to see because, some people don't check out.
Yeah.
For all those people who go to hotels, check out with the front desk. Don't be that person that's just like, oh, they'll figure it out.
Oh, really?
People do that all the time. I don't understand it. I'm sure it's different with every hotel, and I'm not aware.
Yeah, I think because I feel like some hotels are like, yeah, just be out of the room at the time or whatever.
It's nice to know because housekeeping doesn't know, right?
For sure.
So it's not required, but I'm saying it's a nice gesture. Like, just drop your keys off. You don't have to talk to anybody.
The card, they want the card back.
You know how you got a phone? How many times you use the phone? You call down and say, hey, just let you know we're leaving.
Oh, okay.
It's not bad. And
hey,
makes you feel higher up. As a person who calls down, I would love to call down to somebody and be like, hey, I am leaving, or coming somewhere.
Dude, that is a good point, and I think it's something a lot of people can learn. The listeners, if you're staying in a hotel, always check out.
Just check out.
Use the phone. Use the disgusting phone.
Or you might be found dead.
You might be. That's not a threat.
So make sure to check out, or you might die.
Yeah. That's
or you might be found dead. Well, I guess you'd be found dead anyway.
Dying alone in a hotel is a sad way to go.
It'll be tough to die with someone in a hotel. Well, I see what you mean.
Yeah, I guess I'm not.
I think I just automatically assume everybody's alone in a hotel.
Yeah, most people hang out alone.
Most people especially in the darker time of months, it's cool type of clientele that comes around,
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm just looking for a night. I had a guy think I was just discriminating against him prior to coming here.
Really?
Yeah, he misinterpreted me. I didn't even say anything bad. Just a guy, and he has the green dot cards, which is a cool card. You know green dot? You probably don't because you haven't worked.
Please tell me about it.
So green dot it's essentially a prepaid debit card or a credit card.
Already sounds like
it's awesome.
Already cool.
Already
means like, you're cool.
The bank's like, we won't give you a credit card or a debit card, a true debit card. We're going to give you a green dot card, which subconsciously means go ahead. Like, it's cool, green,
Green
we're allowing it. We'll put Visa on it, but it's not actually great. It doesn't usually approve at hotels. We'll put your name on it in pen. It's not even like typed out. Do you know how many times, actually twice, I've had people show up with their names spelled wrong on the card that was issued to them from the bank, specifically green dot.
Oh, is this a common occurrence? Yikes.
It'd be like Joshua is the name, but it's like Johsua, like Josua.
Josua?
He goes, yeah, they messed it up. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Wouldn't that be funny if it got so bad that's like they messed up your name on the birth certificate as Josua? And then it's just their parents like, I don't know what to do. I'll just leave it.
Let's call him Joe.
And it's just Joe. How do you spell? Oh, it's Joh.
And then in the future, it's like, why do you go by Joe? It's like, well, your name's Joshua. It's like, yeah, but it's spelled dumb.
It's actually pronounced Joshua.
It's pronounced Joshua.
It's pronounced Joshua.
But my name's not Joseph.
It's spelled Josua, but it's actually pronounced the right way.
That's actually not a bad name.
Yeah, people spell their names differently, Shout out to them. Anybody doing
Someone who's torn between, like, should we go with Josh or Joseph?
Yeah.
Like,
Joshua.
Joshua.
So Joshua couldn't get into a room.
Yeah, it probably was Joshua. That was another guy. But this guy, and I was telling him in advance, I was like, hey, listen, we got a new system. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, they're not accepting those specific cards. The green dot cards will decline. So it will flag it or whatever, saying that we can't check into the hotel. And I was encouraging him to book through a third party, Expedia, Booking.com, hotels. If he's watching this out there, he misinterpreted. He goes, okay. I'm like, yeah, just prepay because our system won't take it, but we can take it on file since we don't hold an incidental hold. See what I mean? Yes. So you can still put it on, but we don't have to extract any cash from it. So it will still get accepted. So prepay through Expedia. And he misinterpreted it, and I guess, or he tried something. He probably fucked up intentionally, and I told him, like, oh no, you didn't book it. In fact, this says right here, transaction declined. And he sat there for 25 minutes, like, making this reservation. And then I'm like, okay. And I'm like, yeah, it doesn't work, man. It doesn't work. The card won't work. And he's like, okay, well, I'm getting mixed messages, man. And I'm like, no, like, I don't know what you mean. He's like, yeah, just next time, just if you don't like me,
whoa.
Yeah. And I was like, I sat there cool. My coworker's looking at me, and I'm just like in my head, I wanted to be like, well, now I don't like you.
Yeah.
Like I didn't, like, I would have been fine with you. I check in a lot of not great people, but I didn't think that about you. In fact, doesn't it suck when you think you're being nice and helping somebody?
Yeah, and that's when you do something like this, what Joshua did, when you do something like that, good luck getting a kiss goodbye from this guy, all right?
But he had a green dart card, so chances are, piece of shit. So just remember that. That should be the jingle for...
Just in case he's a piece of shit. Oh!
Green dot card.
Green dot card.
Yeah, don't do it. No one's if you have a green dot card, get better.
You slowly become a better person by figuring out your credit score.
That's it.
This episode is brought to you by
Green Dot.
Green Dot.
That's the green dot right there.
Green Dot.
Green Dot. And I don't even know. Maybe it is a renowned.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
So
what's new with you?
What's new with me?
I feel like I've been chatting it up, man.
Well, because it's more interesting to hear from the.
That's true. You are on this every time.
I'm here every time,
so everybody knows you. You know Keith.
This is more of like a traditional interview style conversation.
Yeah.
Because.
Oh, by the way, that guy smelled.
He smelled?
Yeah, he smelled.
Did he smell good or bad?
Real good.
When you say someone smells,
that's what I was like. It's never.
It's cool because some stuff smells good. But if somebody smells,
they smell bad. It's automatically
always
assumed.
Bad.
That's a good point.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, that guy smells.
It's like, yeah, you just say it like that. It's like, really?
It's like,
he does.
Oh, really?
He does smell.
He does. It's never like good. They're like, he smells like apple pie. It's always like, he smells.
It's always the connotation behind it. It's always negative.
You know what?
Sucks.
You know how a dumpster, even when it's empty, it has a smell?
It depends on which
it's
dumpster.
It's a bad dumpster.
Yes, I do.
Dumpsters that you hang out around, they kind of smell like bad smells plus like wet metal. You know that wet metal smell?
Dude, wet metal is a bad.
You know what I'm talking about?
Thing.
It's like adds to it.
Because it's the rust.
It's like rusting. A rust, a stink.
Oh,
it's like a wet metal stink.
Taste it.
I know. Can you taste that? Yeah. Write in the comments. Do you taste it as we say? Yeah. Well, ASMR.
Love the taste of a good old wet metal dump. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, nobody. He smells, and so Jasua.
But yeah, he smells good. He smells.
He smells.
I like that. He smells.
So, is he staying in the hotel tonight?
No, I had to talk to customer service. You know how they think. It's tough. Your point's not going to get across, guys. If you think you're going to go to the higher ups, it doesn't work. You should know this by now, too. Anybody who thinks any piece of shit out there who thinks they're going to end somebody's job.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It's not going to work because especially when there was no grounds for it and you're just, had enough that day. They don't care. Every business doesn't care about you, but that's known.
How many people have tried to get you fired?
Tried? I guess technically would be today.
Like today, that would be one.
Yeah, like today would be technically the first time.
Oh, so that guy tried to.
But he didn't say. He said, "I'm going to let your manager know that you just discriminate against people." And
yeah,
no. I just looked at him like, okay.
Yeah,
that didn't happen, but sure, we have cameras.
There's cameras.
Vote. You could hear.
We have lip readers.
Yeah, that's fine. And then, that's all it is. And he's got a green dot card, man. I got a fucking Visa.
Oh, he's got it. What's your credit score?
Am I allowed to announce that on here?
Is it pretty big?
It's pretty big.
What is it?
837.
837. This guy's got an 837.
837.
Nice, dude.
That's right. Even the dog was proud. He's got a dog. He's like, whoa.
There's a dog.
Let's bark for that.
Yo, put some dog food on that card.
I'm a big,
That's good.
Yeah.
This guy, he's not a green dot guy. He's
not a green dot guy, and if you are, you're a piece of shit in my book. Try renting from me.
Yeah. Are you a Visa guy?
Yeah, I'm like bottom of the barrel. Like I'm just above green dot.
Does your Visa is your made out of metal?
What is that?
Is it made out of metal?
No, I'm not that cool. The metal cards sometimes, I hate the apples because it doesn't have the numbers on them.
Yeah, because how are you going to steal them?
That's a good point.
I know that's why you hate them. I mean, you're dressed like a guy that steals credit cards.
That is true. Yeah, the irony behind that, him being like, I'm judging him. I'm like, I'm kind of like you. I just smell a little better. Maybe.
Well, maybe you should take that as a challenge. You're like, well, how
physical challenge? Mark Summers, rep peace.
He's around. He's around.
He's around.
There's.
I take it as a challenge.
Yeah, I mean, why don't you take it as a challenge and not shower see how long before HR reaches out?
I could go a while.
Do you think
we had stinkers.
Be a complaint?
We had people that smelled, not smelled. We had people come in. We had different, and it's tough. You can call someone out and being drunk.
They call customer service like, yeah, hi, the guy working at the front desk, he smells.
They're like,
what
good
do you smell
or
like?
bad?
He smell good? Does he smell like Calvin Klein? What's going on? What's going on with
That
Mike?
is funny. I like that. Smell good.
Yeah, I mean, no, I meant something else. We'll bleep that.
Yeah, that's fine. Dude, my boss might watch this.
No, he's not. He's too busy watching the tapes of people using the bathroom.
Using the bathroom in the elevator.
No, do it. I wonder how long it would take before someone would like
point it out.
HR. Do you have what's your HR situation? Is there
I don't
a human?
know. I feel like one of us is
there human
rung in
being?
the system as that.
Oh, really?
You know, it's like, yeah, so to get you a raise, we're just going to say you're HR. You know,
cool.
It's kind of...
Hotels are
rough. Fucking... Yeah.
That's pretty rough. I mean, like,
Like, my boss is HR.
Okay.
My direct boss I hang out with all day.
He's kind of like he's a one-man band.
I mean, maybe not. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure, like, sales. Who's your salesperson? It's like, no one does sales for a hotel. Like, not here.
No.
People come in and we give them rooms. We're not going door to door, be like, hey, you want to rent a room tonight?
So HR does not they will not reach out if you stink.
No, I guess not. I mean,
do you know anybody at work that's had to get the stink talk?
Yeah.
Was it at
two people?
Two people working it. I don't know why I keep saying it. It's not.
It's a hotel, but it's not a.
It's a LaQuifa.
I don't even know what it is anymore.
It's a LaQuifa. It's all gonna be bleeped.
Let's just call it a LaQuifa from now.
It'll be LaQuifa.
It's the LaQuifa that I work at.
But yeah, so the.
But I've known someone to get two people get the talk
at a hotel. Two people had to get.
And I ask because I don't do the talk. I mean, I do the talk subtly. I walk away as soon as they come by. That should give it away. You know?
Yeah.
But, eventually, you have to, especially when they're working like a more. You can get away with. It's tough when you're a housekeeper and you stank. You're gonna leave a stink in the room.
Oh yeah, I mean, it doesn't stop.
And then it opens up every fucking check, and they come in, they go in the room, and they come down like, yeah, that room smells. I'm like, is it good? Or is it? Good
yeah, but it's like I can't imagine what that talk looks like. I imagine it's probably more fun to just be fired than to get the stink talk.
Yeah.
Like, all right. Comment below. Would you rather get fired from a job or get the stink talk?
Yeah, that's actually a good question. That's a great would you rather. I like that.
Yeah.
You should for your future episodes with Mo, do an applause for any time a great would you rather comes up.
Yeah, well, we don't do a lot of that. Maybe we'll start to do more.
That opens it up.
Hit each other with a would you rather. Yeah, I never get the stink talk.
I mean, what if the stink talk, like, it depends on what type of person you are. Like, what if, like, I'm like, I want people to notice how bad I smell. So in that case, yes, I would love the stink talk.
It's like,
I'm like, yeah, thank you for telling me I smell like shit.
Would you rather
no self-esteem?
Would you rather have your parents give you the birds and the bee talk? It just as a refresher,
like as an adult.
Like this one. Make sure, hey, I know it's been a while since we had this chat.
Yeah.
I just want to refresh your memory here a bit. Or would you rather your parents give you the stink talk? I mean, maybe not even just get the stink talk at work. It's really just
get the stink talk at work from people you don't know versus getting a how to have sex talk with your parents.
Yeah, that's what the birds and the bees is like. How to have like.
Did you get the how to have sex talk?
Yeah.
How many times?
I don't know. Whenever I needed one.
Did your mom and dad?
Yeah.
Like I'll do one and you do.
Yeah,
one.
then you do one and then he can vote. He can vote which one it was.
which one
did a good job.
Your dad comes on and he's like, "It's gonna be awesome, son. It's gonna be the best.
You're gonna be so happy you did that.
It's gonna be so fun.
It's gonna." And
your mom was like, "Yeah, you just naturally you'll have a kid and you have sex." And your father never pleased.
Dude, speaking of parents, I saw your mom leave a hilarious comment on Facebook today.
I brought on my thing.
Yes.
Yeah. So me and Shelly brought it up.
So Mike was Mike's lady
being a good guy.
he posted a picture of a family portrait in front of the tree for Christmas. Him, his lady, and the cat.
Love Shell, love Zoe.
Yeah, and he's like holding the cat in a weird way, and he made a comment on it. I'll put the picture up here as long as Mike says so.
I don't care. Whatever.
So we'll put the picture.
Shelly might not. She'd be fine.
She'll probably.
be fine.
You can give me the go ahead if you guys see it.
She posted it publicly.
Yeah, it's on the internet.
We're both naked. No,
yeah, there's nudity. Only the cat's naked.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mike's got his fingers like around the cat's neck in a weird way. It's like it's almost like he's doing.
It looks like
you can see, kind of like he's kind of like he's.
But the cat's just like
the cat.
But cats don't they don't smile for photos, so they're just.
Yeah, they rarely smile in pictures.
They're not big smilers.
You ever had a cat that just smiles in photos? Anyway, this guy, he's got this cat up there, and he just goes, "Hey, it looks like I'm."
It looks like I'm casually strangling. I love how it looks like I'm casually strangling Zoe.
Yeah.
With the laugh face, like
yeah,
it looks like.
And then old Mikey's mom swoops in, saves the day like a mom would.
Hawk Hallinan.
What'd she say?
She goes, "No, it looks like you're holding its head for a photo straight, right? Something like that
something
nature."
like that.
Which I was doing, which is kind of implied in the photo, hence the original.
Hence the comment that I was going to leave underneath that, but I restrained.
Yes.
I restrained, but my comment was going to be...
But here, let's hear it. First time reveal.
First time reveal. The comment I wanted to leave, but I restrained was, no, it looks like he's helping it autoerotic asphyxiate.
That would have been great.
Right under his mom's comment, and I was like, I
man.
can't do it.
What's cool about that is that she wouldn't know what that is
I
right
know,
away.
That's what I was thinking.
But she'd look it up. She would look it up, and it would not.
And then
she'd
get into that.
I know.
It's like,
oh man. And then her sex talk becomes really cool for me.
Yeah.
Like,
then really things are getting spiced up in the DMs.
But thanks for holding that back. But I do like that. Is a great comment. That's a good one.
Yeah.
But you can't do that on a mom. You can't do that on, like, you want to comment on things.
No, it's somebody's mom. You don't want
mom, aunts, dads, even, like, it's tough. You don't know who you're working with.
I know. I keep Facebook pretty PG.
Nowadays you have to.
Yeah.
You kind of always had to.
Even back in, maybe early, like when Facebook was like a couple of years old, when it was just college kids and it was like not families. Now it's all, your whole family's on there. You can't.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
It's really just your
awesome.
Aunts and uncles.
It's real cool.
Your aunts and uncles just,
Yeah, my uncle commented on that photo. My mom, that's not there. So it's, and me, I guess.
I know.
So it's...
But that's...
Rest in peace, face. Are you posting this on Facebook?
I don't post this on Facebook. I'll probably do some clips.
You should now. Since you're referencing it.
No, I'm not going to post...
Dude, Facebook memories? Like...
Oh, yeah? Okay,
I don't know what I'm talking about.
There'll be a reel. You'll see it.
Yeah, what about... I had a question so I don't forget.
Yeah.
Tattoos. I know I don't have them. You don't have them.
Yeah.
It just got me going... Because I was driving here and there's the tattoo parlor there had a walk-ins welcome sign.
Yeah.
That's tight. Like, I just think the idea of someone being like, yo, I think I want someone to draw something on my skin today.
Yeah.
Like, just at the last minute.
You woke up in the morning and you were like, I think I want to mess up my body forever. Today.
Well, you get a hot dog.
With little thought.
And then you're like, oh, fucking tattoo shop. I'm going to go
have
someone draw on me.
I've always wanted a guy that's like, smells. A guy that probably smells to, put his hands on me for a few hours.
Ultimate. Imagine going to a tattoo shop and you give them a Visa, a metal card, and they're like, nah, we only take green dot.
Yo, I remember in high school, I joined this band in high school. The first band I ever played in, and it lasted like 4 practices.
I thought you were gonna say we got signed.
We got signed.
We got signed immediately.
But I was like, I didn't even have a driver's license. I think I was like 17, maybe. I was a little late to get in the license game, so I was probably like around 17. Joined this band. The 2 of the guys in the band were like 20s.
They were fucking ancient. When
you're
17?
When you're 17 and there's people in their early 20s, You're
Get out of here.
You're like, these guys are so much older than me. And they all had tattoos. And I remember at one point, they were like, hey, you want to go to the tattoo parlor? He's getting a tattoo. The singer's getting another tattoo.
Bro.
So we went to the tattoo parlor. And I swear to God, we get there, and he just walks in, and he looks around
like a fucking menu, like
yeah,
Burger
and
King?
he picked one of the ones off the wall and got it forever.
So it wasn't even like an original.
No, like probably
like a bunch of people have that too.
You know, like a bunch of Limp Bizkit fans have the same
That's
tattoo.
crazy.
Yeah, that's what it was in the early 2000s. I mean, I guess people still do it, but like, yeah, walk-ins.
I want that one.
Yeah.
See, if I were to get a tattoo, would you make it unique at least?
You would think so.
Well, I guess you can't say that for all those cool guys that are bald, and they all get that same tattoo.
The bald tattoo?
Well, the stereotyped.
What is it? I can't think. Neosporin?
Neosporin guys. Neo-Nazis. The guys, neo-Nazis.
Oh, that tattoo.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think they all went in?
You think that one's on the wall? You think that one's hanging up on the wall? You're like,
that one.
Yeah,
like,
can I get that cool one? Let me get that cool. Oh, I like that. That one seems awesome.
How many times do you think somebody went in and was like, can I have that? They had a swastika next to like Gonzo or something. And there's like, I want that one. He's like, you want this one? He's like, yeah. And he's like, I love the Muppets. And he's getting it painted. And he goes home.
He thinks it was, yeah.
He's like, what do you think? I'm what?
Oh, no.
I want that.
That's
Too late.
not Gonzo.
And that's why you don't do walk-in tattoos.
No. It's just
think before you act, otherwise you'll end up with a swastika on your back.
Don't get yourself.
You were talking about the swastika, right? That cool one?
No, I was talking about a skull and crossbones.
Yeah, that was the coolest when you were a kid.
Yeah. No, I never.
You never wanted a swastika tattoo?
Never thought about getting one. I knew people had them, but I never actually.
You knew a bunch. All your bandmates were like, "Yo, you want to?"
Yeah, you should get one too. No, but I'm so glad I didn't get tattoos because I wanted them. I remember wanting a tattoo, and I was like, "Oh,
what did you want?" Because you must have wanted something.
I wanted, like band logos.
Okay.
But
then you think of it, you're like,
oh my God, I'm so glad.
Imagine if you were your age now, you walk in with your 2-year-old and you have like
let me get the
Beastie Boys on your arm.
Can I get a Metallica tattoo on my back? Just when I'm 50, I just want to have a Metallica tattoo. Yeah, there's tattoos will
wear the shirt. That's why shirts. Wear the shirt.
Get a rub-on,
the
guys.
Band, just
get a rub-on tattoo.
If you don't get the swastika tattoo, just get a shirt with a swastika on it because you're gonna regret it in 12 years. Yeah. That's the message.
Oh, it's the smart way to go. You never know. You can always change your mind. You can always make the right decision.
That was great. But tattoos, man. Yeah.
I'm staying away. I don't think I'll get one. I've seen some cool ones though. I have actually seen some.
I mean, yeah.
There's some really sick
I'm not against them. I just think there was a period of time, like it sounds like you were kind of peer pressured in a way to get one. That was like, oh, you don't want to get one? They're cool.
Never
peer pressure, but just kind of alluding to like, because they want to. I think I had a lot of friends who regretted it.
Yeah.
And whether friends.
Well, I did think it felt. I mean, it did feel pretty cool to go into the tattoo place.
So there's a vibe.
When I was like, 17, and like you're just like, there's like tattoos, like people are getting tattoos, and you're just
guys sitting doing heroin in the corner. That's awesome.
Yeah, being cool.
Like, what's that guy doing? Why is he tattooing himself in the vein?
Why is he falling down? Why is he sleeping? Why is he sleeping in the chair? He's probably his neck's gonna hurt when he wakes up.
He's really tired.
That guy looks sleepy.
He's not gonna make any money. Or you think it's a cool job because you get to sleep on the job? Yeah. Like, no, that's the owner.
No, that's the owner. He's very successful.
Dude, I love how this could potentially offend the tattoo community because it's like the least able, like,
I don't know. I think tattoo people have a really good sense of humor. I think in general, anyone that has
making
tattoos,
me look like the douchebag.
Why not?
It didn't take. Yeah, that's true. You got to have the back and forth. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it could be. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Tattoo people.
They could
good
be,
senses of humor.
They're good. Good. We've got a lot of tattoo people that listen to this podcast.
That's true.
Don't want to hurt any of their little feelings.
Do you have any Patreons yet?
Oh yeah, we got like.
Can you call anybody out? Like, hey, Brandon.
No, there's like I have my like 5 friends that listen. It's pretty good.
Tight.
But yeah, this one, yeah. Some of them have tattoos, some of them don't.
Yeah.
I
think you're saying that because I think you're getting one at 40. You're getting that. We're getting to that MLC.
Yeah.
We're at that midlife crisis where eventually we're gonna get a tattoo.
I
don't know. I feel like I passed my midlife crisis earlier.
Yeah, I mean, we're over the.
Well, they say it's right? Like 40 some. Well, I guess technically.
Average age, I think we're about at the point about halfway through the old.
You're a month closer than me.
We're about halfway through, guys. You're looking at 2 guys that are about halfway through life. 50%.
Anybody under the age of 38, this is what you get to look forward to.
50%ers right here.
Yeah, it's tight.
Let's bring it down. 50% of the way there. What you got left in this life, Mike? What are you hoping to accomplish? You got anything you want to do?
Big like fun stuff.
Fun is good.
I guess I'm getting to that point. Like, I'll see some places.
You want to see something?
I want to see a few places.
Which places you want to see?
I don't know, but I should.
See, isn't that sad? And it's not just you. It's like
you don't know what to say.
You're pressured by society.
I gotta go see places.
Into traveling and seeing things because.
Well, that's the number one thing when people say, "What would you do if you?" It's like I would travel the world.
But that's the thing now. You don't have to travel to see things.
Google images.
You can just Google image search.
VR, dude. I did VR yesterday.
You tried it?
Yeah. I mean, it was like not the one I think you were talking about, but it was like a game.
Yeah.
That shit was nuts.
Isn't it insane?
It was cool.
It's insane.
It costs a lot.
Oh.
We went to round 1, me and my friends.
Oh, and
that's when I had my midlife crisis. Actually, it was yesterday. Yesterday I had my midlife crisis.
In your late 30s.
Like, I gotta go to the mall. We did. I hadn't been to the mall. It was my few buddies of mine. And
you tried
what
VR.
What are you doing? Fucking. And I went to round 1 and tried the VR King Kong experience.
Yeah, and that was pretty tight.
It was cool. It was like, it bugged me out. Like, it was like right there.
Yeah, it's intense.
And you can't explain that to anybody. Like, when you were explaining, I'm like, what? It's on your face. How do you...
Right.
You know what it's like? It's like when you explaining what hallucinogenics are like to people who haven't taken hallucinogenics. It's like, you can't
quite do it. Yeah, because I remember putting it on and needing to take it off like pretty soon after.
Where'd you do it?
Just at my friend's house.
Was it a big? What was yours experience? Like, what were you doing it?
It was in a pretty big living room.
Were you in a game?
I was in a game.
Oh, you were playing a game, so it wasn't. I didn't know if you were just because I've done VR where you're just like kind of.
No, you had the headset on. There's a game called Beat Saber where you have 2 lightsabers.
No.
And you're holding with the little VR things, and then these cubes come flying at you. Yeah. And you have to swing at them and hit them the way that they say to.
That was similar, yeah.
Or jab them and then lean out of the way. There's like something coming at you. You gotta lean. And that was about the extent of that game. And there's a game with like you do some climbing. You shoot a bow and arrow. You grab like an arrow out and you do the thing, let go.
That's pretty tight.
And
do you get it every time when you're playing archery? Or like
no, it's hard.
Oh, it's actually like really hard.
Yeah, well, yeah. You
some of those games
take
I feel
a few shots to get it.
Yeah,
but that's so you don't necessarily need to go places anymore, which is weird to say. But
so is that gonna be like the sex ones?
Dude, I wouldn't. I'm afraid to ever.
Like, imagine you're in VR and you're on the wrong game, and it's like you walk in and there's just like,
You're like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to walk in on this.
Here.
Sorry.
Like, well, you're here.
Well, what are you doing, buddy?
they're gonna have a deep voice.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
Why'd you come in here?
Young,
Well, I start moving your hand and wiping the windows. I don't know. That'd be cool.
So but besides traveling, is there any accomplishments, any life goals, anything you want to do? Do you want to
Mine gets depressing because I think of the life goal, and then I'm like, well, that's cool, but I go away, and whatever happens, happens. I've set my expectations of like I have goals, but they're not. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna write an album.
You want to do an album?
I want to do an album.
Okay, nice.
And I have a ton of music, ton of riffs, ton of stuff. Cool, it's cool stuff, you know.
It's neat stuff.
Thinking about getting a tattoo, you know, to really
get a riff tattooed on your body.
Get a riff, just the whole thing underneath my swastika tattoo.
So what's your plan for a recording? Are you going to do it yourself?
I don't know. I like want ideas. Of course, you go into it because everybody's unique. Like, I want to make a different sound.
Do you want to get a drummer?
I would like to get a drummer.
Yeah.
You know?
So your idea
So I kind of want to do a template, right? Like, I guess a rough draft, a demo, with a basic drum machine pad, but then have somebody real play it.
Totally.
Which people do all the time. I guess I'm just not savvy when it comes to the verbiage around it.
It would just be like a session type of drummer.
Sure. A session drummer, yeah. But, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, you find a drummer that you like playing with. I'm sure you could just, get something down. But that's a big one, I think.
You can always find a drummer, but I feel like it's true. I mean, unless you, like, nail in a drummer, it's hard to keep a drummer. Yeah. And I get it. I mean, if you're a drummer and you're 38, it's hard to carry around your stuff. Like, it's not as easy to drag your stuff around. Starting a band when you're 38, it's tough.
Yeah,
it's not as sure. It's not as. Yeah.
All the guys in my band.
I know.
That's how old they were when Object started.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They were 38.
Pretty much.
That's sick.
I know.
That's wow.
So it's never too late.
Yeah.
It's never too late.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. It's never too late. But I feel like that's the post
age is just a number, man. They say it, and it's true.
It is true.
It's all in your head.
It's not in my head of like, I'm going to be perceived. It's just the actual doing of it, catching a drummer. So I'm the guitar guy, right? That's easy. That's I bring an amp. You don't even really have to do that anymore. You know?
Well, it's really about setting goals and kind of like get the thing laid out. Yeah. And then once you have it, and then you just look online, find the drummer,
hey,
and
I need a drummer.
You get someone to play with you.
Maybe
be like, here's all the music.
I'm gonna start commenting on other people's photos with their
commenting.
Their mom. I'm gonna look for mom.
Be like, are there any mom drummers out there? I'm looking for a mother that drums. A mother drummer.
A mother drummer. Yeah, that's right. You mother drummers.
You mother drummer.
What do you got going on this week? Got any gigs?
We got Lincoln's. We got Lincoln's coming in.
Lincoln's Laugh Shack.
It'll always be there.
I missed it. I got the Empire jump when I went with you that time.
Yeah.
It's fun to talk on stage again. It's fun.
Yeah, it's comedy.
Yeah, got burnout, man. Burnout, pre-burnout.
It's tough, man. A lot of people burn out.
And then you get that jolt again. You're like, I'm going to do it again, man. This time maybe I'll do it, I'll go in a little more experienced. You have to start. But
yeah, and you
start doing it and you're like, oh yeah, I got to do more. I got to do a lot.
Yeah, it's just getting on stage and trying to figure out what the hell you're doing
trying to figure out your
every
voice.
Time.
What is my voice?
So your voice, it's cool.
You figure out your voice?
Nope.
Isn't that crazy? You don't know your voice until your voice
Sometimes I get it. Sometimes I feel it. And then I ride the wave for a little while.
But your voice is you.
And then it's gone.
Doesn't that suck? I feel like there's watching people's sets. It's like, oh, they're developed. That's their voice. We all know the voice of the performer. But the performer doesn't, even though they do, because 9 times out of 10, the voice is what makes them funny to begin with. But they still can't emulate it properly to an audience. It's such a mind fuck.
Yeah, my buddy Edgar, who listens to the podcast, he
rock on Edgar Key.
Rock on Edgar. He came out, saw me do stand up for the first time, like last summer.
Yeah,
and I was like really curious as to like what it was like to see someone that you've known for so long
see you do comedy.
Yeah. Like what? And he's like, it was just like you know,
just being yourself.
Yeah. And I was like, it doesn't feel like that. It feels different. No. But to somebody like, you know, somebody's.
Oh, I've gotten the opposite. I've had good friends tell me, especially, well, early on, obviously. But like, of course, I took it slighted at first, but yeah, no, it's good. You're funnier in person. I've gotten that. You're funnier in person. I mean, that subsided, and then later, luckily, it was like, you got way better.
You're funnier.
But earlier on, it's like a hurt. I mean, I had to hear those things.
Yeah.
Oh, I am? I'm funnier in person? Yeah, you're kind of trying to be somebody else.
You're funnier off stage than you are on stage.
Yeah, that's what a comedian loves to hear.
It's a great compliment.
Looking back on it, I needed that.
It's up there with after a show's over, and you're standing with some of the other comics, and someone goes up to one of the comics and says, "You were so funny," and then they walk away to one of the other, you know.
Oh yeah, that's the best, man.
Yeah, when you're just like,
yeah, and you're just sitting there like
everyone's been there.
Dude, you were really funny.
Or you get
and they nod at you. And you gotten the nod?
You were funny too.
They did. Well, you gotta. It hurts, but you grow, or you go. You grow or you go.
I had some. I did a show last week, and I got some of those.
Yeah.
Where they came up to me.
There it is.
I got the good one.
I was like, all right.
I did get the good one.
All right.
But I've been on the shit end.
Yeah, everybody's been on the shit end.
Way more times.
Everybody's been on the other end. We've all been on the ends.
Yeah, it's an up and down game, man.
And it's bad. It could be bad. I mean, it gives getting the good end.
I feel bad when it happens. Being on the good end is never like it feels weird in the
especially
moment.
if you're sitting there with other people.
Especially when it's people you like.
Yeah, and you're like, no, they are too. But you can't be like, no, they are too. They're funny too.
Yeah,
why aren't you giving them a compliment?
What about this asshole? This guy was good too. It's part of that. Part of the game of comedy, man.
Yeah, and it's an ego competition, and that's why burnt out. But I want to do it again.
Yeah, and there's
because I like making people laugh and jokes. I can do it.
And there's open mics.
A lot.
There's open mics again. Empire's got one.
I know.
Thursdays.
I know they're there. Empire, and then they're gonna be the other one
Free
that closes
Street
in a couple months.
Sunday.
Yeah, that's tight.
My Mike's Tuesdays.
Free Street Sunday still.
Yeah.
I don't know. Your Mike's Tuesdays.
Every Tuesday.
And you're doing it. You're sticking with it.
Once you hear this episode, it's going to be every Tuesday after this episode.
So you're sticking with it. That's good.
The mic?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll stick with it.
Might as well.
I'll stick with it for this foreseeable.
You get to host it. You get the most free stage time.
Yeah, I get to use that time. I get to practice. I get to try a lot of new stuff out. I got a new Kid Rock bit, but it's not really
not disclosable yet.
Well,
it won't be funny if you say it right now.
It's just weird because I started this bit maybe a week or two ago, and recently in the news again, after my bit, he's in the news, and it kind of Kid Rock is now like back on Bud Light. He's like, you gotta drink Bud Light.
Oh,
again.
he's switching.
He switched back. He said they took their beating. They got a little black eye. We got to go back to Bud Light again. He must have bought shares in Anheuser-Busch.
That's weird. So are they anti-trans now? And
I don't think they were ever anti-trans. I think they just were like...
No, they were never anti-trans. They were pro, and that's why he didn't like them, correct?
He didn't like that they got like a
mascot that
was... Like a trans... like a trans spokesperson or whatever.
Right.
They didn't like that. So... But now
which is weird, because when I was younger, I always thought Kid Rock was a woman, which was crazy.
And that was one of the reasons I was
a hot
chick for a long time.
Which it's bugged out, but good for
But Kid Rock's back in the news.
Kid.
And well, what's nuts is it's the 25.
You got anything against Polar Seltzer?
Yeah,
Kid Rock.
Try shooting that with a.
Look at this. This is what is that? A polar bear, I guess. It's not a seal. It's a bear, right?
Yeah, polar.
It's a polar bear.
Polar bear, Mike. Yay!
That don't look like a bear body, though. Look at that body. That looks like a
that
seal.
that dude.
Oh, for the 51 people who watch this.
You'll see it up here. It's
the body of a seal, but yes, the paw shows a bear. At first, it looks like
a seal with legs.
Tim Allen. Seal.
We all are seals with legs. That's one thing that's for sure. But his hit, Ball with a Ball.
Or Cowboy.
25 Cowboy too. 25 years ago. That was 25 years ago that came out.
And that's why we're having our midlife crisis.
1998 that shit came out.
3 decades ago.
It's really disgusting. It's disgusting.
Pre 9/11.
This was pre 9/11.
3
Things were
years
good.
before 9/11. Ba with the Ba hit.
Stuff was good, you know.
But we didn't know it.
We didn't know
what was got.
Nobody saw
when it was gone. I don't know.
Nobody saw 9/11 coming. Nobody saw 25 years later that.
Do you think anybody did see 9/11 coming? Do you think there's people out like yeah, I saw that coming?
I think that's part of the issue with 9/11.
Whoa, not conspiracy. I'm just saying. Do you think there's anybody out there who's saying?
But
I could have told you that.
But did anybody see 9/11? Who knows? But did anybody see the guy doing Ba with the Ba, and then 25 years later, taking down one of the biggest brands of beer in the country?
Yeah.
Single-handedly disrupting
I didn't see that.
a $1 billion brand.
Yeah, good for him, man.
I know.
I think, right? Or are we anti-kid? I never know. It's kind of confusing when the issue comes up. Because I didn't know what he was doing it for.
I think everyone knows Kid Rock is...
I thought he was promoting gun usage.
Yeah.
Originally, I thought it was like, check this AR-15.
He's like, wow, look at this guy use a cool gun. Yay.
Dude, guns are so dumb.
Oh, they're...
I mean, when I was Boy Scout and was firing guns, it is fun. I get why people are like, this is tight. Like, when you hit a skeet shooting, hence the rapper's probably talking about shooting guns, right?
Yeah, that's what that's about.
It's cum, right?
It's jizz.
Okay, it's either cum or shooting things.
Yeah.
You're shooting something.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a power behind it as far as like, I got it in the... You ever get 10 fucking shots of
Never.
a rifle?
No.
In a quarter size, and a guy at your Boy Scout camp grab you by the side and go, that was a good shot. And then fuck you in the ass.
Yeah, the Scoutmaster. And then he really gives it to you. The old Scouty Master.
No, but there's a pride. I was like, wow, I can shoot guns. So, Boy Scout, I don't know.
I'll tell you this.
I couldn't do much as a kid, but when they were like, you're good at shooting a gun, they tell you that stuff. So, luckily, I didn't go that route.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I mean, people might have been concerned.
When
I was younger.
This past summer,
Yep.
I was at my buddy's place, and we had a BB gun, and we were shooting cans. I hit 3 in a row.
How did it feel?
Felt really good. I was like, I'm a BB master.
BB connoisseur?
And I felt pretty powerful in that moment.
Are you getting one? How many are you getting on
I
Amazon?
thought about getting one, but
Did
then
you Amazon 'em?
I was like, what am I going to do that in my basement alone?
Just fucking shoot Jerry Seinfeld in the face.
Yeah, hurt poor Jerry. The DVDs.
Tough. But look at you. That's all it took was a BB.
It's all it took was a BB, and then, it's just a little BB gun. You'll shoot your eye out. Christmas is coming, guys.
Christmas story.
Have a Merry Christmas.
What's your favorite Christmas story, though? I mean, Christmas movie. That's it.
It's National Lampoon's Vacation.
Mine
Christmas
too.
Vacation, man.
Chevy Chase,
the best.
Love you.
Oh, did you see it over there?
No.
It is
no,
over there.
that was a question.
It's in the rack, man. It's the number one. I haven't watched it yet this year, so...
It is the best one. Hands down the funniest.
It's the best. If you got a problem with that, forget it. But this has been MiKeith time.
MiKeith.
MiKeith time.